Hello. Oh, I
Hello,
disappeared
everybody.
him. Hello,
Hey.
everybody, and welcome
Hello,
to
everybody.
Painting Happy Little Bees. You may
Excellent.
notice
Hello,
Dave is coming from down under.
from Australia. Haha. Of course, but I can't hold it like this for the whole time. So I'm going to turn the computer back around. There we go. Hope everybody enjoyed the barrel roll.
Woo. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to Painting Happy Little Minis, painting from home again. My name's Leona. I'm one of the editors here. We have Gretchen. Also, Dave is joining us from the great world,
The great state of Australia.
continent.
Somewhere in the world.
Australia. Somewhere in the world.
Essentially 12,000 miles from Baltimore. So,
yeah.
no, the magic of the internet.
So thank you for joining us, Dave, in your early morning. I guess it's Friday for you already.
Yeah, it's actually it's late morning. It's just past 11 a.m. So
okay,
I'll be running over the lunch break. It is the future. Yeah, it's like 11 a.m.
Future. Okay.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite quotes about the time change or the date change sort of thing. It was I think it was is it Charles Schultz who wrote Snoopy?
Mm-hmm.
Said, "Don't worry about the world ending today. It's already tomorrow in Australia."
How's tomorrow?
That's good. That's good.
I had a friend who lived in New Zealand. For her dad would always call her and ask, "What are the lottery numbers? Tell me."
I can tell you what the lottery numbers are for here. But I don't think they've drawn them
exactly.
just yet. So that's all good.
It's good stuff. So I just wanted to say hello to some people in the chat. Hello to James. Hello to JT and Ashlyn, and also Betsy. Thanks for joining.
Hi.
Any good stories from your trip so far, Dave?
Too many to I could just say that it's jet lag's a bitch. Jet lag is terrible. It's terrible.
Fair.
Trying to sleep on a plane in a mask is really tough. So
yeah.
But no.
So you're happy.
Generally, to be honest, the flights all went really smoothly.
That's good.
Nobody got angry or was terrible or was a jerk or anything like that. So I was really happy about that. And now we're going to cycle through some various formats.
Yeah.
Great bunch.
I'm trying to time my actions. Oh, there's a rare sighting of my mother just in the background there. She's going to go and get some maybe a cup of coffee.
I'm trying to figure out which one's the one, but I don't know if there's a best one. It's definitely not this one.
That's a fantastic one. Once we start painting those,
I don't mind.
really
what would be the Painting Happy Little Minis version of the Brady Bunch theme song? Because that's what's in my head right now.
I don't know. Because we're doing it from home, getting to hear the music in the background was good. Oh. Sorry. My mum might be popping in and out occasionally.
Okay. We're painting from home. We have home things.
Yep. I'm in the dining room and living room for the house. So
you're out of the dungeon.
Yeah, I think she's going out to run some errands. Yeah, I'm out of the dungeon, which is great.
My husband's probably going to go finish up the dishes at some point. So
nice.
It's like cryptid spotting, you know?
Yep.
True. Yeah.
Awesome. Definitely cool.
Jason says, evening, good morning, gals and pals. Good to see you.
Yep. Excellent.
So, Dave, to paint all the way.
Yes, I carried all the way from Baltimore. I brought actually the I think we might have shown them very briefly on the last show that I was on, so 2 weeks ago. Did we show the frameworks? We talked about it, I think.
We did, yeah, we talked about it.
So the sprues from WizKids for their new frameworks models. So I put together the this is the Elven Ranger, I think. Yeah, the Elven Ranger. So this is one of the formats you can put it together in. It's got a cool backpack and quiver on there as well.
Oh, awesome.
Neat. So I have that. There's the Dwarven Cleric. So I did her with the with sort of reading from her holy text. There's a human druid, and I decided to give her the owl.
Oh, cool. Neat. What other did she have any other like familiars?
No other familiars, but she did have an option for a staff, like a cool druid staff.
Oh, so, very cool.
It could have been that one, but so there's that. No, let me make sure I got it. Yeah, there we go. And the other option, the other one I did was the Orc Barbarian. So I gave him the axe and huge cleaver sword. I have a feeling that the I don't think the top knot was his. I might have added that from somewhere else, from one of the other sprues. But
oh, okay, cool.
Definitely cool. And he has like a chest on the back there. So that was his chest at the front. And his
just a chest.
Yeah, he has the front chest and the back chest. So
okay.
But yeah, so I'm going to be painting one of those today. Josh.
Sweet.
You came in too late.
You missed it.
You got to check out the start of the show where I was actually upside down.
Dave was upside down. Joke's on you, Josh.
Oh, excellent. But yeah, so who wants to see me paint what? What should I paint? Should I paint Cleric, Druid, Ranger, or Barbarian? Let me know.
It said it's Cleric, Druid, or Barbarian?
Cleric, Druid, Barbarian, or Ranger. One of those three. Are you putting together a poll?
Not at all. I'm just saying like, what the actual options are so that people can, at least for me, I like auditory stuff. I forget in 2 seconds.
Right. No worries.
And
Betsy
Gretchen,
said Ranger.
I am painting.
Pretty exciting.
What
are you painting?
I'm painting a hatchling dragon from Reaper. And it is technically a dragon hatchling. It's supposed to be a black dragon, but because it is for my friend at work who bought us all little dragons for our desk, and it's going to be for the green team, it's going to be a green dragon.
Nice.
Cool.
Because apparently he couldn't find a green hatchling.
Okay.
Oh.
Excellent.
So it looks like we have a vote for Ranger.
Looks like it's leaning Ranger. Yep, we've got 3 Rangers, 1 Cleric.
Cleric, and Josh says Ranger.
Well, one thing as well, I'll have 2 more shows while I'm here. So
yeah,
we have the other ones will come up later. We'll paint those later on.
Oh, so, true. Yeah.
All good.
It's true.
And I brought a whole bunch of paints. Check it out.
Yay.
Yep. What I did was I grabbed I grabbed an Amazon box and put my wet palette in there, and then the minis, and then the brushes, and was like, okay, how many paints can I fit in? And it was a lot.
So did you send the Amazon ground box, or did you pack the Amazon?
No, I packed it in my checked luggage.
Okay. Appreciate that the Amazon box made it with
all right.
like box.
Yeah.
Made it all the way to Australia.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was in my inside a suitcase that had.
Yeah.
So. It's all good.
Oh, Ashlyn says Ranger. JT says all-time favorite character is a Ranger, so go for it. The Ranger
it is then.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, to be fair, when you showed the Ranger,
you think people enjoyed it?
Model. Wow, that's definitely a nice one. Hello, Timothy. Thank you for joining.
Excellent. Okay, I will get started. Yeah, it is super detailed.
Yeah.
And this one you could have the bow in the other hand if you wanted to. You could have 2 swords. You could have a dual wield. I didn't go for the dual wielding pose. I figured I'd save that one for you. Gretchen, you want to do the dual wielding pose?
Yes.
I guess I have to now.
It's true.
Yeah,
you gotta.
But it is the advantage of the working with parts from a sprue. You can get all this depth and detail in there without having to fill any of those gaps because you're building it in parts. So it does look more realistic than what you might get in a single or 2-piece model. So very nice.
Yes. Those parts look really nice. So for those who may have just been joining, the Ranger Davis painting is from the WizKids Frameworks line, and we have some of those in studio, so we will be painting the rest of them basically because it's like we can. So to kind of showcase what those will look
like potato chips, can't just paint one.
It's true, yeah.
And I was just say, they're like
they
Pokemon, you gotta paint them all. Yeah.
You gotta paint them all, yeah. Favorite character was the halfling thief paladin / paladin. Hello, Sean. Thanks for joining.
It's an interesting sort of contradiction there.
Thief paladin.
Yeah.
Wonder how that backstory works.
Well, I mean, if their person of worship is?
Oh, true.
Like
their deity.
Yeah. Just rules lawyer my way around that one, I guess.
Cool.
I try to prime this many.
I have a question on the chat. Are you interested in seeing your chat on screen with us? If so, let me know. If not, I can like make the chat go away. But I know sometimes it's kind of helpful to see what other people are chatting. So anyway, that's a question for people who are watching.
Right.
I don't see bigger people. He worshipped the goddess of the thieves and moonlight. You called it, Gretchen.
That's right.
That seems far too convenient.
Yeah.
Too convenient.
Hey,
I want to be a paladin, but also a thief. Wait, hang on. What? But did have a little? Whenever I think paladin, I always think like suits of plate armor. So
yeah,
clink, 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 clink. That's what it makes me think of, because I've heard people walking around in full plate, and I've been around people, and I have helped people put on and off armor, and the stealth that would be required. Yep. I think the quietest someone has been, they sounded kind of like bells.
Right.
little tinker bells, like little tiny bells. And that's the quietest I've heard someone in a suit of armor was able to just sound like little bells, which was impressive.
Yeah,
I was really impressed, because I was expecting someone like, it reminded me of back when people would have cell phone charms on like their phones.
Oh, right.
And, like in high school, how everyone would try to collect as many cell phone charms as possible, and they would just jingle through the hallways. It was that kind of jingling, like keys, or something.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I was like, okay, that's actually like much stealthier than I would have expected.
He wore stutter. Oh.
I thought it might have been more of a be in the plate armor, walk into the room, take something, and then when somebody said, "Did you just take that?" It'd be like, "I'm a paladin." No. Of course not.
That's so funny.
That would be against my alignment.
I'm a paladin. No.
I'm borrowing it.
Lawful good, for goodness sake.
I have permission from my God. It was not your God, but it's fine because they gave me permission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keys jingling. Yeah. Perfect representation, fantasy paladin armor, the knights from Excalibur.
Yep.
Did they have spurtle, jangle, jingle?
They didn't. I think it was because I mean they had like a gambeson and stuff under the armor, but I think it was like the bits over the knees would just clink just enough to make it jingle. I mean, I didn't like go up and inspect him to see what was jingling.
Right.
Despite it being a friend of mine, which now I will. Now I'm definitely going to go up next time and be like, I have to for science. The stream needs to know. This is for D&D accuracy.
Yep.
But at the moment, it was a swords event, and I was not gonna go up and just be like, excuse me, can you walk by my ear?
Yep, I need to hear this again. Yep.
Tim says, take that lie check of like 20. Or have such a high charisma score that you can convince anyone that you didn't, in fact, engage larceny. That's so true. Really,
I want someone. I want to play that character now and just be like, no.
Yeah, actually, that's really funny. I love that.
I did not steal this.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Oh, I won't show it on the stream today, but I'll bring it back to the office. I think I found my first ever painted miniature.
Wait!
No,
oh
seriously.
my gosh!
It doesn't have much of the paint left on it, but I'm pretty sure I might have found it.
Now, would you repaint it?
No. I think I'll probably just like hit it with the varnish and sort of put it in the museum.
Yep.
That's so awesome.
But yeah, all sorts of fun.
I know because we've talked about it on the show before. And,
yeah, because my first mini is immortalized on the internet.
Yeah.
Yes.
My entire mini painting journey has been immortalized on the internet.
On the internet.
Yeah,
for better, for worse.
I think for better. For better. That's how things roll these days. Immortalizing it. That'll be good. But Timothy says my first is immortalized with you guys.
My first is yeah.
That is true. That's cool.
Because you painted the orc, right? Right, Tim? I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
That was your first mini?
It was.
It was good. It was really good.
Green.
I'm working on for those of you wondering, I'm working on the Okatoa mini that I worked on last week. And I'm just adding some more highlight detail.
Cool.
Trying to actually use the color of the fin to my advantage with edge highlighting and like slowly. Yes, that chibi orc with the eyes. Oh yeah.
The eyes. The eyes. Yep. I remember that.
I forgot about
Very
that.
cool. The other cool crazy thing is that my first couple of armies were painted like with me sitting at the other end of this table.
Oh my goodness.
Full circle. Always gotta go back to your roots.
Yep. I'm a little bit worried about like full circles. Does that mean I have to stop painting minis now?
No. It's just gonna spiral. It's fine.
Excellent. Jason, I'm painting up the ranger, the elf ranger. So I've started with laying down some greens and some browns, and we'll just add in a few more browns, bits and pieces. So I did a Zenithal Prime of these minis. So I'm going to use some of that to my advantage now with I'll thin down some charred brown for all of that leather armor. Yeah.
I feel like it would be cool. Oh, sorry. I can make that bigger for you, Dave. You can show it again if you want. you want to show it again? Yeah.
So, yeah. There we go. Whee.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I'll have fun with that. Yeah. There's a lot of detail in there. But at the same time as well, I was able to pack the ring light as well. You can see it reflecting in my eyes.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But sadly, it's not throwing a lot of light onto the mini, just sort of into my face. But
yeah.
Yep.
I had that same issue last week, where I added a light.
All right.
And instead it made my shadow harsher. So
right.
Oh yeah, you gotta
kind of. Yeah, last time I had a lot of trouble seeing my mini, so this time I was like, whatever. I'm just not gonna have good lighting.
Right.
I can't see.
You guys know what our faces look like. You've seen us in good lighting. You've seen us in bad lighting.
Yep.
If you look up on Google squat Cyclops, my Cyclops is the top most above the G. Oh my gosh, that's super cool.
Excellent.
Congrats.
So is that was that the first mini you painted, Sean? That would be cool.
Let me look it up.
Yep. Squat Cyclops.
All right.
It'll be a big vehicle with a huge cannon on the front.
Let's see.
Definitely good.
Just blocking my face as I try to find an angle to paint. Don't mind me. It's mini painting yoga. That's what it is.
Yeah. Excellent. Oh, Golden Demon winner. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Have to have a look indeed. But
yeah, I'm trying to figure out this one, Sean. I wonder if it's this one. That's the second. This one right here.
Okay. Very cool. We'll find out.
There's nothing that says your name on it, so that's why I'm like, is it? But anyway, super cool.
Yep. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Okay. This is gonna be weird. I think I'm gonna paint the skin last on this model.
Ooh.
Something a little bit different.
Blue and the light gray. Cool. Oh yeah. So what I was trying to say earlier is, you know how rangers are usually have woodland colors to them?
Yeah.
About how you could have a ranger that's like a desert ranger.
Ooh,
that would be cool.
Desert ranger would be fun.
And paint them more of those muted tones. I'm thinking the Gobi Desert, in China with rock.
Right. Yep.
My first thought was Arizona. So I was like,
okay.
Ooh, rusty reds and sandy tans and maybe some purple.
Yeah.
Yep. That would be good.
Yeah,
I think
super red would be kind of cool.
Anyway,
that was me just.
I've kind of already got.
Don't have to do that
kind of
for
already
your
gone
ranger.
Down I already painted all. I painted the base coat of the green, so I'm gonna stick with that. But no, I do.
No. You're just me thinking. How could you make a ranger a ranger unique?
Right.
Maybe something that would be.
No, I think
they bought.
Yeah, definitely going down that path would give you something, give you that different feel. I think doing something like a snow or ice fields kind of look as well would be great. Do something a little bit more like the free folk from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That would be neat. So but then that kind of it brings you into like it's super specific, and if you're doing an adventuring party, you'd want to have everybody sort of rugged up in their furs, that sort of thing.
True.
But nonetheless, it would be very neat. Okay. But now I notice there are a few places where I went over onto the white with the green that I used, or the brown. Yeah, so I'm just going back and touching those up with some light grey, and then I'll mix in a little bit of white. So when I put the thinned charred brown over all that leather, it'll be fairly consistent.
Dry faster, little guy.
And Josh Potter is saying Mantic has some good North Wintry looking figures that might work.
They do, yeah, cool. Definitely. They're cool. Yeah, great. I think they're multi-part plastic, aren't they, Josh? They fit that really well. And I think did something that was maybe didn't have a cloak, although I think just a regular looking ranger, but painted with those like ochres and tans, and pretty neat. Maybe if we paint some more back in the studio, I can do that. Take that approach.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be very cool. Yep. Like that. So those of you who are watching with us, what have you all been painting, or what are you painting at the moment, joining us while watching something? Oh, JT says, by the way, thanks Betsy for the black ice suggestion. Very happy with the look of it. Super cool.
Excellent. That's good.
Glad that could work.
Okay.
Try to touch
yes.
things.
It's actually been... Oh, sorry.
No, you were going to say?
I was just going to say it's actually been nice to paint this miniature in session as opposed to trying to do it all at once, because I actually let everything dry properly. So now when I'm doing the edge highlighting, it's actually not smearing. It's amazing.
All right, so it's nice and smooth.
Yeah, I'm just usually not patient enough. So I'm realizing the art of multi-use painting.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
No, it's very nice.
It is quite tough to do that. Get everything done in one go. But particularly if you're only got a short painting session or short amount of painting time. But yeah, I think if you're working on an army or something like that, you've got that opportunity to stop on a more regular basis, or know that you're going to be coming back to it.
Right, because there's just so many that you have to do.
So many. So if you're doing batch painting, it's probably you definitely know that you're going to do it in multiple sessions.
JT says work has been crazy, and I'm just getting back to Zangors.
Oh, Zangors. Yep.
Zangors.
Yep.
Nice. Betsy is working on the Stadia Quest Chibi that she was doing last week. Nice. Josh Potter is getting ready to go to the Rao Partha Legacy Workshop this weekend.
Ooh.
For
redacted. Well, that's a nice little tease. Josh, you'll need to post some photos in the group so that we can all see what actually went on. If that's not breaking classified status or
information. Dun, dun, dun. And Ashlyn is painting back and forth between two sororitas, a Mac armied platform, and some bulkheads for future builds. Nice.
Excellent.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I'm just going back and just highlighted some of the, or touch up the areas where some of the greens and browns, whatever, onto the area. So now I can take some charred brown. Surprise, surprise.
Had to pack that one.
Look at that. Charred brown. Brought it all the way to Australia.
Maybe you red brown because it looks like chocolate.
It does. Maybe. I like charred brown and I love chocolate. Well, I love charred brown. Chocolate. Yeah. If only I could turn my camera around. There's a Rosella sitting on the veranda. Yeah. Parents' place. Mom's place.
What's a Rosella?
Oh, you have to look it up. Type it in. Rosella.
Oh my goodness. They're beautiful.
They're the cross, Leona.
A bird, but it's a beautiful bird. Let me show. So yeah, they said this is. There are different types of rosellas, so this is colors of some of them.
Okay.
But yeah, this is the bird that Dave is talking about.
So see the one on the, it's on the second row, second row down, second one in.
Okay, this one?
With the red, the red head, the white cheeks, the speckles down the back.
Oh my gosh.
That's so cool.
So.
Also, Roger, we're just looking at some birds that Dave sees in his backyard. Australia. I'm jealous of those beautiful birds. What do we have? Sparrows that are brown.
We have cardinals and we have blue jays. And we have our state bird, the oriole.
And the bluebird. I do like the bluebird with the orange tuft. Oh, you just sent me.
Just need a picture of it.
Okay.
Yeah. We have some pretty cool native wildlife. If you ignore all of
I know. I'm just being
scary wildlife. We also have a lot of raptors. We have falcons and we have red tails, we have red shoulders, we have Harris hawks.
And hawks.
Yeah.
You're right. We are kind of lucky in that. So this is Dave's
we have bald eagles.
And we have bald eagles, which I do see bald eagles actually quite a bit.
And we have
more
ospreys.
Than I think. Wow.
Sorry, I just had to take a photo of it because I don't see things like that when I'm painting in my basement.
No, not in the dungeon.
It's sadly bereft of wildlife.
Except for like rats in the corner.
I don't think Dave's dungeon has rats.
No. I like to think that
we have a bunch of bald eagles over here.
Yeah, we do. We have a bunch. But yeah, we have a lot of wildlife in Maryland.
You're right. No, we do. I know. I'm just being a bum.
But none of it just have super colorful. We don't have parrots.
Tropical. Yeah, like don't have tropical wildlife. So.
Right.
but I can't. I shouldn't complain because you're right. We actually do a lot of stuff.
Dave, what is your favorite Australian wildlife? And what is your favorite Maryland wildlife? And I mean like the kind that you find in your backyard, not like
right
crazy things.
So the kind that I find in my backyard, probably it'd probably be squirrels.
Squirrels.
And so because we'd actually get squirrels in my backyard in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And for here, it would probably be kookaburras, I think.
Oh, those are fun.
We'll go with kookaburras. Yeah. So.
What do they sound like? I've seen lots of pictures. I don't think I've ever heard one. Yeah, and that's why.
Oh,
Leona might be able to. I could try and do it. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a kookaburra sound.
Like kind of call.
Maybe it's like a vague suppressed memory of one on like a Steve Irwin show, but I just feel like they sound interesting. I like in my heart.
They do.
Okay, well, let's see if I can. Okay, I can actually share system audio. So.
Look how cute they are.
You can tell me if this is accurate, Dave. This is from the Cincinnati Zoo. So.
Okay.
My cat right now.
Is that accurate?
Please say that's accurate. I love it so much. Don't crush my dreams.
It is completely accurate.
Okay.
You could hear that build up. There's that trilling build up in the like quite glottal kind of sound. Yeah, before it then goes into the broad laughter. So,
the little kitten is just standing like this with his ears back looking around.
Yeah, no, my dog was like, "Hey, what's going on? Is there a bird in here?"
Excellent. I'm glad we were able to do that.
That is great. I love that so much.
But yes, it's totally 100% accurate.
Okay.
But and if there are a bunch of them around, like the first one will start up, and then it'll start that laughing.
Oh no, it's like a chain.
And then it'll chain along to get more of them.
Like,
But yep. Yeah, it is kind of like an Australian rooster, Jason. Definitely. But yep.
It almost saw a squirrel call from the other room. It's true, yeah. Squirrels kind of make that like weird sound.
Yep. There was
and the other day I heard a squirrel screaming, and I did not know what was going on, and then I realized it was just squirrel screaming.
Squirrel screaming.
Like, okay.
Yeah, they scream. Same with like rabbits and stuff. They can make noises. Hello, Wyatt.
Hi, Wyatt. Thanks for joining. We just found out what a kookaburra sounds like.
Nick,
you can do that on your own time now.
Yep. Next week we'll explore other animals from Australia.
Yeah.
We should put a little segment in. Maybe like a little 5-minute segment.
Oh my god, yes.
I would do that. 100%. And now part of our show is learning about animals around the world.
Say the words, "I will do this" each show. I think that'd be great. But yeah, one of the things though, the reason that basically a lot of Australians know how to. A lot of Australians hear that all like every day.
Yeah.
But there also used to be an ad for, I think it was for like Cadbury chocolates of some kind.
Yeah.
But it was one of those ads where it was like it wasn't actually connected to the product, but it was just such a memorable ad. And it was a guy, he stepped into an elevator or a lift, as we'd call them over here. Stepped into an elevator and it was like maybe not crowded, maybe 5 or 6 other people in there. And he's like,
okay,
the Kookaburra. And it was like, what?
It like doesn't make
exactly. The whole ad made no sense. No sense at all. But then at the end, you're like, oh, yeah.
The Kookaburra. Yeah.
But yeah, everybody, there were a lot of people who started to do the Kookaburra.
Reminds me of like when that Skittles commercial had the berries and cream commercial.
Okay.
Just out of nowhere. Oh, look it up. Just type in like Skittles, berries, and cream whenever you're bored. And you'll be like, yeah, that was weird.
Awesome. So that's all good. I was going to say, at the moment, what I'm doing, so for all of the leather, I thinned down some charred brown with some Agrax Earthshade and kind of ran it over like a bit of a wash on those areas. So they've still got some lighter sort of sections showing through. So a little bit like using a contrast paint, that kind of thing. And now, on the legs, down on the greaves there, I've done a second coat. And now I'm mixing in some charred brown into the, I think it was Castellan green. Should I be Castellan green? Okay. That we used for the cloak. So I'm mixing a little bit of brown, the charred brown into that for some of the shadows underneath and in the, shadows of the cape, just to give it a little bit more depth before I then go and sort of fully highlight the cloak, which should be fun.
Here, I wonder if you can see it. If it's even worth me trying.
Let's give it a go.
No. You can see it a little bit on the tail. That I like tried to highlight a brighter yellow, brighter green.
Right.
Along the just the texture. Now I'm adding these like bright blue, bright blue to the edges of the water.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to make it look like the water is. It's just a little difficult because this model, as Gretchen knows, it has a little bit of a weird water thing going on.
The water is sculpted very painterly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. And actually from far away, like now you can kind of see, you can see the bright blue dots that I'm putting on there. And the hope is that it really looks like the crest of the water.
Right.
So.
Excellent.
But I am just using acrylic paint.
Okay.
Because I don't have mini paints with me. Jason says, the Skittles commercial I remember is the guy milking Skittles from a giraffe. It was disturbing. I do remember that one. Yep. That one was weird.
That one's kind of fairly recent. Yeah.
Yeah, the berries and cream came out in like the early 2000s, I think.
Right.
I just remember because my best friend got a bad haircut that looked like the weird little man who would say berries and cream.
Oh, that's funny.
So
nice.
They went around for a little bit making fun of themselves for the bad haircut, going berries and cream, berries and cream.
The Cadbury bunny making that chirping sound. Yeah. True. Well, you know. Now I have a thing. I need to paint the last thing I need to paint on this miniature is mouth. Or the monster's mouth. I kind of wonder what color that should be. Just be gray or something.
Well, you've got lots of green there, right? Green and blue.
Yeah, the body is green and there's blue. And the water is gray.
Right. Well, I think. Do you want that sort of the light, that pale green that you've got there, to be like the brightest thing, the thing that attracts attention, or?
I think so because I think so. I think I want that to be the brightest thing because you can kind of see it from this angle in here, but then this is actually cream because that's what this color was originally, but I didn't paint this over green. Oh, there's cream on the belly and green on the fins.
Okay, right.
And I do like the brightest. I do like the bright green on the fins being the kind of highlight. And then because of this line, like I feel like it is a nice like circle.
Okay. Yeah.
Of interest.
So I think in that case, then I think you want to do something that's warm, but you don't want to do something that's like you don't want to do that bright magenta that I did for the mouth of the snake god.
Right.
So
right.
I think if you did something that was maybe
like
you think it extends like I'd probably go for I'd still gonna have something that's got some pink in it. Some so it's like some blood kind of feel. So maybe like some sort of Caucasian skin color, but mix it in. Start by highlighting up from the green. So start with that dark green. Mix it in, so it'll keep it fairly saturated, but it'll still have some warmth to it.
Okay, sure. I will do that.
And of course, if that doesn't work out, go with the gray idea. That would be good.
So Gretchen, how's the painting going for you?
It's going pretty well. Let's see. I am painting the base to kind of look like water, like Russian water.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it is a wee, and I'm going back and adding some dry brushing and highlights to my little green dragon. Like last time, I don't want him to be too busy since he's tiny. But I do want it to be very easy to tell that he's green.
Right.
So I'm going to just tighten some of those. Pick out some of those scales to give the eye something to focus on. Yeah. Actually, I think it's turning out to be the best one. So I might have to bring the red one back and be like, because the red one's mine.
So. Touch it up.
I had to make it cuter because but
that's so funny. You're like, no.
Well, and I didn't do anything for like the basing of mine to make it look any which way, so
that's something I was going to say about these. So the frameworks pieces come they're supplied with a base. It's like a clear plastic round base. It's black here because I sort of knocked it over and primed the underside with black. But on the top, there's you have like a rock that they're standing on, or a flagstone or something like that. So I decided to lean into that flagstone idea, and I sculpted some other flagstones around with some a little bit of putty. I was just able to do that so that once I finish painting them all, I can do
awesome.
Like a dungeon floor sort of thing, flagstone dungeon floor.
That's really neat.
A little bit extra. I did and I did a tutorial. Well, not a tutorial, but I showed part of that process I did an article for Game Trade magazine, and I think that one is January, the January issue. So
okay, nice.
I had to get some stuff done before I came away. So I did a January article and a February article at the same time. But yeah. So for these this one, Jason, I just used green stuff. That's what I sort of had handy. Then you can get you can get some reasonable texture in there pretty quickly. And also once once it's cured,
Impressive.
you can sort of carve it around the edges, take it off, so it's nice and smooth. But yeah, just generally, that's worked on top of it there, rather than this was a case. It was a case if you wanted to, you could probably do it with a roller, or if you want to stick it onto regular basing, you don't actually need to glue them onto their little rock bases. So all the minis are separate, so those feet can just be stuck into sand or whatever you want to do for your basing. If you want to have them on clear plastic bases, you could just glue them directly to clear plastic bases, which is pretty neat.
That is a nice feature.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, and those will be coming out at the beginning of the new year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they should be hitting stores very soon.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun to see that range expand over time. Some highlighting coming up on the cloak. It is nice working with the cloak because it's you can get some quick highlights that look pretty good, pretty easily, which is nice. Excellent. But
I've decided I'm gonna my monsters. I'm going to paint my monsters' teeth.
Okay, like a really pale gray, or more like a stone.
Like a stone gray.
Okay.
Because why not?
Nice. Cool.
I just felt like his teeth needed his teeth.
Cool.
Hello, welcome, Dave.
Joined us.
Dave's not just saying hi to himself. Ha ha ha. So funny.
Hey, there's a guy on the screen that looks just like me. Who's he? What's he doing here?
Do you have a link to this immature?
I think miniature. I think
miniature.
The miniature.
Okay, I was like, I'm sorry, my brain is like firing on all gears today, so hence why I was ready to look at kookaburras for the next, Dave's like, you can cut it. I'm like, but it's a 3-minute video of the beautiful bird.
How dare you insult the kookaburra? I thought you said it was your favorite, Dave.
Oh, it is. Yeah. No, I wasn't insulting the kookaburra. I was just saying that it sounded like there was a little feedback loop about to happen. So
yeah, it's true. No, I think you were wise on that. I think, as I said, my brain was just firing. I'm getting the link right now, James.
Cool.
For the frameworks. Boop, beep.
Frameworks from Whiskey.
So yeah, this isn't this is a kid's site. And as I said, like there it's like a sneak preview is available.
Cool.
But make sure you talk to your friendly local game store to see if they have that for you. And then they can set some aside. Oh, you worked 10 hours today. No problem.
Ooh. Yeah, no. I mean, technically, I'm probably going on my 10th hour right now. Yeah, technically, because I worked 8 hours and we're going into the second half of the show.
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say I'm coming up on an hour. But, yeah.
Dave Humble says, "Wish I could use that excuse. I just woke up from a 4-hour nap." Nice.
That's good. Naps are good.
Oh, that's not Leona's to send pictures to. That's someone else.
Oh.
I almost sent the friends group chat some dragon pictures. It's fine.
Oh, that would have been. I think this would have been like, it's all good.
No, they just would have been like, oh, that's cool.
Thanks, Gretchen.
Thanks for the mini pictures. Little whips of my little.
Ashlyn says my cat has just woke up and has decided I'm done painting for a bit.
I have the big cat is on this side of the table sleeping, and the little cat is on this side of the table sleeping. I'm couched in cats. I'm waiting for the little one to catch on that I'm painting and try to eat something though, because last time he was a bit of a menace.
Nice. I think it's
all right.
kind
So
of funny.
here, what were you gonna say, Dave?
I was gonna say I think it's kind of funny that Gretchen, that your gray kitten looks a lot like our gray kitten. So.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. So sometimes when I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed and like, oh, it's a kitten picture that looks like our kitten. Oh no, it's Gretchen's kitten. Cool. Like.
There's a lot of little kittens that I've seen pictures of that have that silvery blue coloration. I guess it's more popular than I thought.
Yep.
He looks like a little sponge.
All right. So
I was gonna say, they choose it on the way out of the womb, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
This is one angle of the little mini dragon.
The wee tiny one.
You can see the water there, the rushing rapids. And then this is the other one. You can see the wings better.
Cool.
I like how he turned out.
Yeah. He's cute. And the dark green isn't quite as dark as it's showing up on there. There's not quite as much contrast, but it
okay.
Nice. I like it.
Cool.
Oh, Ashlyn says, yes, Josh, he's old and gets every bit of attention and cuddles I can afford to give. I would do that with my other kitty cat, too. And now it's my dog's turn because he just turned 10 this week.
My goodness.
Now he's in the double digits. Now he's officially an old man. He gets old man perks. Old man.
Yeah.
It's just lots of extra treats.
So he gets dinner at 4 instead of 6?
Yeah, it's the special.
So funny.
Excellent.
Now that we looked at Gretchen's mini, let's look at other minis from the group.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Bing! So as all of you know, we look at minis. They're from our mini painting group.
Yep.
Many of you are part of it. So that's what we're going to look at. And we got a decent number.
Leona.
Yeah.
Leona, is it possible to make that bigger, like the size of the full screen? I only ask because I'm on my laptop, so I'm
squinting.
Oh, yes. We're going to make the chat disappear.
Okay. Well, where did everybody go? Oh, and there's probably something I can do at my end too. I think I can go click. There we go. I've entered full screen. Huzzah.
Were you not in full screen before?
I was not.
But now it shows me in.
I didn't do that. There we go.
Oh, okay. I thought you did that, and I was like, no, I don't want that.
I am not.
So yeah, the only thing is then I'll just tell you what's written. What I have down here.
Oh,
Aaron Robert started on their.
Oh, yep. Looks fantastic. Looking very cool. I think. Yeah, looks like a lot of. Oh, there we go. That's good.
Okay.
A lot of cool metallics there. I'm liking the highlights that are catching on the gold trim there.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of is that gold trim's got a lot of great depth to it. Looking very neat. I'm wondering, the red is looking quite metallic as well. So I'm wondering if that's a like a wash over a silver base coat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering too, because I was going to comment on the red. I was like, wow, that red looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look very cool.
Like, really looks like metal.
Yeah, yeah. And I think for like on a model like this, which is like that tall, you've got that great canvas for it. It might look a little bit odd on smaller miniatures, but on something like this, it can look really, really solid. Very cool.
Looking awesome.
Nice work, Aaron.
And then we have Art Dominguez, who started painting a girl from Happy Camp Trails. And I thought this was very, I don't know, topical. Because the movie that you were in, Gretchen, was called
Bloody Summer Camp, and it was filmed at an actual the camp that it was filmed at
it's called Happy Trails?
No, Camp Holiday Trails.
I know.
Holiday Trails, right? Okay. That's that's cool.
I felt like these are great little props. Super bloody. Good job.
Looking really good. I'm loving that. It's kind of feels like like a pig's head?
It does look like a pig's head.
Mask,
yeah, it's a pig's head. Yeah,
it looks
like a pig's head mask.
It's great coloration on that.
I don't know if you can. Oops, but there's like yellow eyes glowing.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's great. Excellent. Yeah, looking great there, Art. Very cool.
And then we have Ashlyn.
Nice work.
With Valkia, the Bloody Fine Cast.
I'm not sure whether you're really saying like Bloody Fine Cast or just Valkia the Bloody. But just good. Fine Cast has been like it's a resin. They're resin miniatures, but they were some of the first resin miniatures to be spin cast. So it was GW sort of pushing in new technology to reduce their dependence on metal, essentially. So they were switching over to that before they moved as much of the line as possible over to plastic. But it notoriously can be a little bit tough to work with. But this piece is looking really nice, Ashlyn.
So it's a facetious bloody.
Oh no, bloody. I think Valkia the Bloody is the name of the model, name of the character. But, at the same time,
I just read it really wrong.
Well, no, I think it's kind of like one of those like Wheel of Fortune kind of mashups.
Yeah.
Valkia the Bloody and Bloody Finecast. So
I like it actually. That's really funny. Yeah. I think Ashlyn's done an amazing job on this model.
Yep, I agree. I think I really love that purple.
I think it's a great purple on the wings.
That is awesome, isn't it? Yeah. Just very. There's quite a bit of gray in it, but it's got that burgundy feel. There's a rich wine feel to it, which looks really nice. And just balances really well, of course, with the yellow orange on the base, and those that horn color as well. But particularly those wings. Great work, Ashlyn. That's awesome. Nice.
Looking great. Looking bloody fine. Cast. So Carl was asking for suggestions on what the mini canvas should have on it.
Okay.
So Carl is not with us at the moment. He said that he would come back and check, see what our suggestions. So if anyone has suggestions in the chat, be to let us know what Carl's miniature should be painting. He said it comes a little miniature square.
I'm gonna say painting happy little trees.
Oh, doing like a Bob Ross painting?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be so funny.
Or me and Dave. I mean, if you can shrink us down that.
Our picture from the like the opening credits,
yeah, back to back.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
But I think when Cal was first sort of showed the work in progress of this, I was going to suggest that some having some spot color blues and greens on there, because it's got a lot of warm colors at the moment, and because you've got she's got that palette there, it's a great place to put those blues and greens. But
oh yeah.
I think your suggestion for like a Bob Ross style, like mountain trees kind of thing, will give you great. There's blue for the sky, green for the trees.
Yeah.
Like, well, like a deep green for like fir trees or whatever. But yeah, I think that's a great idea, Gretchen. The happy little trees, because then you get a nice balance of that blue green across the model as well.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, Ashlyn agrees. Total Ross that up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that you went there, because I agree. Then it would balance the. It would kind of give the same weight to both.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sides, and then the minis a little bit. Then it would kind of bring your eye back in, I think.
Yeah. Well, the mini would sit there with between the blues and greens. So you got the blue and green on the palette, and then on the thing, and the rest of the mini.
Oh, true. Because you put
Yeah.
them here.
Yep.
That's thinking.
I think that'd be good. But yeah.
So hopefully, Carl, you feel happy with that suggestion. Next up, we have Chris Corka, who painted Jyn Erso.
Excellent.
For Star Wars.
Very cool.
Ooh.
Yep.
I like the on this miniature.
It looks like leather.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the reds are really that like reddish tone that he was able to get is really nice.
I think breaks everything up as well, which is really nice since all the colors are darker. It doesn't just kind of blurb into like a singular look. It looks like she's wearing different textures and different clothing items that just all happen to be dark. It doesn't get lost.
Yeah. You've got the black, the dark gray. You've got that reddish leather. You got more of a brownish leather feel as well. Yeah, there's a lot of depth going on in there. But definitely cool. Excellent.
Is this the main character from Rogue One?
It is.
Or am I just in my mind? Oh, okay. No. It is. Okay.
You're right.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
You may also be losing your mind.
But that's tangential to the fact that I did get that character correct.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, no, great work. 2 points to House Leona. Thank you.
Excellent.
Awesome. Yeah. We have Christopher Michael with Marvel Crisis Protocol. Excuse me. Miniature.
Oh, excellent. Face? Red Skull.
Red Skull. I was going to call him Redhead. And I knew that was wrong. So.
Oh, my goodness.
You know.
Yeah, Red Skull. Hugo Weaving would be so disappointed.
He would. He really would. Ashlyn really enjoyed Rogue One. I did too.
I loved it.
Rogue One is, I think, probably my favorite, like, modern, like, from the last 5 years.
Present tense Star Wars.
Yeah. The, like, new versions of everything.
I liked it because it expanded upon the world.
Yeah.
And to me, and that's also why I liked the Mandalorian series a lot. Because I think that we've followed the ballad of Star Wars, you know, so much that I feel like it's time to let that story have its like nice little ending, but there's still so much unexplored in the universe of Star Wars that I feel like it's an opportunity for really great storytelling. And like that is what I'd love to see more of, because like we grew up with the main storyline, and I feel like if we just keep trying to make money off of that storyline, eventually it's not gonna be a storyline.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. I'm a big
As Wyatt said.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. I was just gonna say, Wyatt mentioned in the chat we got to see another side of the galaxy that isn't verse.
Yeah. No Jedi's involved. So
yeah.
And it's a whole
as it's like they weren't the highlight, and it allowed you to see a lot more, as you mentioned, Gretchen. So
yeah, I think I'm a big fan of having stories end. I prefer to have a shorter story and a good ending than just keep adding more and more things to something just because I like it.
Yeah.
Because eventually it gets watered down, and that's no fun for anyone. End it while it's beautiful.
It's true.
Agreed. That was a good tangent. But anyway, Christopher's
no, it wasn't a good tangent.
Yep. Christopher's red skull here is looking very cool. I think it sort of when I say suffers, the idea of if you're painting the model to match the sort of screen realistic kind of look, it's got black leather with black leather and a little bit more black leather and
black, yeah,
another black. But I think there's a very definite sort of there are distinct feels to those different areas on Chris's model here. That's cool. The belt buckle is really nice. It stands out and it helps break up that big expanse of black. But I really like the look of the Tesseract there.
Yeah.
With that the very shade blue kind of thing. That looks great. Right now. No, I think Christopher's done a great job there. Very cool. I think it's Christopher letting us talk about Rogue One over the top of your mini.
Extra screen time for your mini, Chris. We have Clive Mills, who is the start of his Dwarven Tavern scene by David Wood. And I think we saw one of these dwarves previously.
Okay.
We might have. I love the texture on that beard.
I think last week we saw him. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely very cool. And I do love that sort of classic old Lord of the Rings kind of dwarves with hoods kind of feel. So it's definitely neat. I have a feeling that my first mini, that if it is my first mini, I'm pretty sure it's got a hood and a little cape.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, nice work, Clive. I think pardon me, looking quite cool.
Every dwarf needs a hood. It just does.
Yep.
Next we have Jason with WizKids chests or pre-mimic stand-ins. Dun, dun, dun.
Which one's the mimic? Ha! Fooled you. They're all mimics.
They're all mimics.
Including the stone that they're sitting on.
Oh, gosh.
It's like a mimic family picture.
Oh, my gosh.
It's pretty awesome. No, I think these look...
So
look quite cool.
I like the extra... my guess is contrast paint that you put on the inside of the open chests with the wood. I like the depth, the shading there.
Cool.
It makes it look like stained, wood.
Yeah. I think if I was to make a suggestion, completely unsolicited, would be for the brass.
Ooh, no contrast,
strips.
Just good blending.
Oh,
nice.
There we go. Excellent. For the
awesome.
for the brass, so the ones on the right have got that steel strapping. The ones on the left have got that brass going on. I think a little bit of a like a green wash of some kind, give it a little bit of a patina, would help them stand out a little bit from that brass stand out a little bit from the wood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So to cool down that brown, just the warmth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something I would suggest. But yeah, looking good though. Looking very nice. Excellent work.
Great. Good luck to your players when they turn into mimics. Yep. So this photo is a little blurry because the phone focused on the plants, but I really liked the mini, so I kept it because I wanted to even though it's blurry, I wanted us to see this really cool bullywug.
All right.
And then he used a gloss finish on skin to give the wet frog appearance. So
cool. Yep.
I just like the mini. I know it's a little hard and it's a little blurry, but I'm like, oh, it's such a cool mini.
Yep. It's got it's basically its arms raised up with a
it's like a club.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, club.
Like a tablet.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think this one. One of the things to remember, everybody, if you are taking photos with your phone, is that usually you can tap on an area and a little basically tap on the area that you want to be in focus, and your phone will sort of go and focus on that area. So I could probably get something behind me. Oh, it's still tapping on me. But tap on another area that isn't me further back, and it'll focus on that. So that can really help, particularly when you're taking photos of minis, because phones don't like to, or cameras don't like to. It's really tough to take minis of photos. But yeah. So hopefully,
also,
Craig
real
will
quick,
be able to.
I was
go for it.
Just gonna say JT has to run. So JT, happy Thanksgiving.
Bye, JT. Yep, thank you. But
we won't be having Thanksgiving next week.
I will be having turkey.
Yeah, we'll be eating our own Thanksgiving. So don't tune in. Enjoy time with your family. But yeah, so yes. Craig, hopefully you're able to send. You can always send us a new picture. I'd be happy to show it up there because I do like the look of this mini, and I understand the background because
I know it is definitely cool. Great idea.
Next we have Mark with Seraphon Warcry Band. Turkey stream. Yeah, no turkey stream.
No turkey stream.
No turkey. No turkey stream. We can have turkey stream the first week of December. And I'll just bring in turkey. So I'm loving these really bright reds and saturated colors for these.
Definitely looking.
Really, because when we painted them on the box is
blue. I think
blue, gray. Yeah.
These are just really fun colors. They're vibrant without being garish.
Yeah. I think the red definitely stands out as that's the saturated color, and apart from some of the plants on the base, everything else has got that desaturated look, which, as you say, takes away that from the potential garishness. So it's not garish because Mark's done the desaturation. I think he's still doing some work on the that big crocodilian standing up at the back there.
I think so.
But
I'm just in love with the sail on the back of the one with the blue and the orange.
Yep.
Patterning on that is awesome.
Yep. It does look very cool, doesn't it? I knew you were going to say something about it. I knew that. But
yeah, because he even went back in and gave darker. He even went back in and gave like darker color near the base, near the skin. Anyway, it looks very natural.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah, definitely good. Mark works at Games and Stuff. Our friendly local game store.
Fun!
Not so local to me at the moment, but yeah. So yeah, Mark works with Jeff, and I game with Mark every other week. So, yeah.
Good job, Mark.
Really cool.
Amazing. This looks awesome. Cool. We have Philip Dickerson with is sororitas, yeah. Sister, probably.
Ah, there we go. Yep. Yep. Adeptus sororitas.
Yeah.
Looking very cool there.
I like that pop of blue hair.
Yeah. It's wild. Yeah. Everything else got that sort of gritty, desaturated kind of feel. And then that blue hair is just like, bam, sort of cyberpunk.
Oh, James is heading out. He's sleepy.
Oh. Hi, James.
Understood, James.
Thanks for... Yep. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Have a good sleep. Dream of miniatures.
Many minis. With the blue, I like the hair because it really reminds me of other sci-fi things. I feel like you see a lot of cyberpunk stuff that has female presenting people with hair for some reason, and so I like that sort of crossover with the Warhammer world. I think it really works, and as a as an actual composition, really well. So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely. Excellent work, nice. Philip. Great one.
Sean Gleason in progress. He was at Historicon this past weekend.
Oh, that sounds
very cool.
Excellent. Yes, that was up at Valley Forge.
That's in Lancaster. Or Valley Forge. Okay.
Yeah, normally Historicon's in Lancaster. They have three. The Historical Miniatures Gaming Society have three main shows. Have Cold Wars in March. Which I think is used to be in Lancaster, but I think is moving to Ocean City. And then Historicon's usually in July in Lancaster, and they've just moved Fall In, which is their fall event, to the Valley Forge in Eastern PA. But this year, because they didn't have Historicon, they were like, they didn't have Historicon in July because of COVID. It was like, okay, we've got one show this year. Let's rename Fall In Historicon for the show. Anyway,
gotcha.
Long and boring
story. Very cool. Hopefully it was fun.
I apologize for my pedantry. But,
no, it's okay. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we had seen a picture of this last. Oh, you would have? Yeah. Makes sense.
Cool. But no, definitely, it's still looking good, Sean. It's got to be almost there. Just got some basing to go.
My question was, do you think Sean's going to paint the gray, or is that just going to stay gray?
On the base or on the actual figure?
On the figure.
Which parts are gray? I think it might just be that it's in shadow. You mean like up the top there, or
like here, like these stripes?
Oh, on the on the leg.
I expect those to stay as they are because it looks like painted on the metal. Like that's how I interpreted, is that it was like that was part of the kind of mech in itself, since it's a big metal construction.
Yeah,
and
I just thought it was I just thought it was going to be white and red stripes kind of thing, like the checkerboard on the top. everything there, but yeah. But I think on the base, if he was to put like a brown wash over that, and particularly like darken it towards where the feet are, and then a bit of a grey dry brush over it, and call it jobs are good. And,
yeah.
Very nice. Looking forward to seeing it.
Almost there.
Simon Tuster painted this guy up with lots of pale skin and blood. For cheater.
Well, he definitely looks like a
very bloody hands.
So.
Yep.
He's been eating some flesh.
Wash your hands.
Sadly, in the world of Age of Sigmar, I don't think there's a lot of handy wipes or baby wipes or that kind of thing. There's no hand sanitizer.
Hygiene's not a big, hygiene's not a big thing.
No,
come on,
not so much. But
so what I like about this one is that the red is super red, and then the skin on the mini is very gray.
Right. Yep.
So it almost no life in this guy.
Except by what he's sort of ingesting.
Yeah. It's creepy.
No, you're right. Yeah, this.
Yeah, I like.
This ghoul is definitely super creepy. Yeah, this model's from the Warhammer Underworld's Grimwatch box set.
Okay, cool.
There's a couple of other really sweet ghouls in there, but the Flesh Eater Court's army is all ghouls. So I think if Simon's doing a whole army of these guys in this sort of color scheme, they'll look really impactful on the table. They'll look great.
And I love that choice of red. It looks, because it's like a bold red, it looks fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very like 30 Days of Night around the face.
Yes.
30 Days of Night kind of feel. Yep. Definitely good. Oh. So we just had another bird visit the veranda.
Oh, what kind?
Is it?
It's a peewee, which is a lot like a magpie. But it's like slightly different shaped head and beak. But my mum said that it comes and visits every day, taps on the window a couple of times, and then flies off.
We used to have mallards that would come to our back porch and tap on the door for us to feed them. We didn't start that habit. They just like appeared and started tapping on the door till we came out along the like migrational trail. So somewhere along the way, they must have learned if they just go to someone's door and start rapping, eventually a human will come out and be like, "Oh, would you like some food?"
That's funny.
That's insane.
That's great. Awesome stuff.
So we also have Thomas with a more traditional knight from Parts Unknown.
Excellent.
That is very traditional.
Yeah. I have a feeling that the model might be from the Parabellum's Conquest range, but I could be wrong. But yeah, it looks very neat. I like the that work on the shield, because of that sculpted shield there, and then picking that out with the ramparts and looks like a lion over the top of it.
This must be before.
I believe it's the lion.
Great.
Everyone's so clean and tidy. This is whenever you're like showboating before the jousting, trying to get everyone to
like,
cheer for you.
Yep. Yep. No, I think it definitely looks cool. You're right. It's got that clean, fresh look. But very nice. Excellent work, Thomas.
And then lastly, we have Wyatt, who got some webs done on the spider from Massive Darkness. So it's his first real attempt at doing a custom base.
Well, it looks great and absolutely terrifying. I think the webbing ended up looking very realistic.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. It looks fantastic. And I also agree, it's terrifying. Terrifying.
I like that it looks sticky.
Yeah, like if it catch you.
Yeah.
You'll be like,
yeah, you don't really want to pick it up because you'll be stuck to it. You're stuck to those webs. But I love the that there's that White's put some that red into the highlights of the limbs at the front. So yeah, having that in there just links that back nicely to that abdomen. Yep.
Josh asks, do you have those in Australia?
Yeah.
Dave, have you seen any of those? Seen any of those while you've been in Australia?
I have these as pets. No, I haven't seen them. No, I have not seen one of these, but I would be dreadfully frightened, I must admit. So, yes, I would.
So thank you to everyone who commented on the post in Facebook. I grabbed those all from our Painting Happy Little Minis group. Make sure you're commenting and sharing with us there. Oh, Dave was frozen for a moment, but now he's back.
Yeah.
It's always fun. Yeah, it's an arachnophobic's nightmare. That's true. Yeah, when I saw those, there was another picture that Wyatt had. Yeah. I love seeing everybody. Yeah, I love seeing everybody's work too, Tim. It's been really fun. And also like make sure you guys are looking at the group because there's more than just the post.
Yep.
So we have people who are sharing, like there's I think Mark Banner was painting up like a dragon, which looks really cool. And then there've been some other completed projects recently. Oh yeah, and actually Dave, you didn't get to see it. Maybe I'll pull it up. But
okay.
Joel Ornato finished the can I think of the Star Wars Millennium Falcon. He finished the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
Excellent. Would you like to see that?
Yes.
Oh, yes, please.
We did see it last.
Would you like to see the Millennium Falcon? No. I have no soul. Screw the Millennium Falcon.
So we did see this last week.
Cool.
Gretchen and I chatted about it. It'd be nice for you to kind of get a concluding story on what it looks like. So
yeah, no, it looks great. I think there's one of the things that we were talking about 2 weeks ago. I think when Joel was that posted the work in progress, was it? I think there was had a bit of a patchy kind of feel across it.
Right.
I think he's done a fantastic job. I'm sure you guys mentioned this last week. A fantastic job of tying it all together. So softening those those differences. But yeah, no, it looks fantastic. Very nice, very nice. Excellent.
Yeah, and what scale do you think this is?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't know either.
I think if it's it might be something like 1/48th. If it works for like Star Wars Legion, if you could fit the Star Wars Legion like Chewbacca.
Oh, Dave Hummel says 127.
127? Oh wow, that's huge.
I mean 170. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. 172nd.
172nd? Oh, that's much smaller. Yeah, so
yeah, I know.
20. That's 20 mil scale. So that's probably like 2/3 of the size of it would have to be to fit the Legion Chewbacca in there. But again, if you're using it for Star Wars Legion or something like that, it's the full size of it isn't going to matter too much. It's going to be a large, cool terrain piece that you can fight in or like fight around. But yeah, I think this will look great hanging on Joel's wall, I think. Or
I agree.
Up in his hobby room somewhere. Doing that, that's just imagine it's in my hands.
Yeah, No, the only reason I ask is because Josh Potter was asking last week, and I said 1/32 because I wasn't sure, and I think that would have been too big. I think you're right. At 1/48 seems more likely.
Right. Okay. But and Josh said this would work well with the old WEG 25 millimeter figures. Could do that, and the Star Wars Assault, Imperial Assault game that Fantasy Flight Games did as well. There's this board game, but all the minis are scaled a bit smaller. I think they're around 25 mil scale. Super cool. Very nice. Thank you for showing me that. That's cool to see.
But yeah, I thought you would enjoy that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we got to see it last and be like, wow, it looks awesome.
It does. It does. Excellent work, Joel. That's cool. Nice.
So Jason has a question. So question about Patina. Without buying specialized paint, what would you use? Just a really watered down green?
Yeah, I'd probably take, depending, you might have like a jade green kind of look, or a seafoam green. And yeah, you can just thin them down. Just thin it down with a bit of water, paint it over. One of the other things you could do is just, instead of painting it over the whole surface, if you go with like a dark green, maybe mix a little bit, something like this. This is Caliban green from GW. If you mix a little bit of like a dark blue into this, and then thin it down, and just run it around the rivets. So you could do it that way. So if you do something darker, that gives you a bit of a fresher feel. But if you're looking for something where the patina is over the whole surface, have a look at what happens when copper and bronze oxidize. You get that much more pale kind of look, so you can mix some white into it before you thin it down and put it as just a thin wash over it. So yeah, you don't need to have a like lilac oxide or anything like that. All of those technical paints are just to do it. You'll be able to do it faster. You don't have to, and be more consistent across an army. You don't have to mix every time. But if you're just doing it on one thing, pretty easy to mix. That would be my thoughts on it.
That's good to know. Also, thanks for... Sorry, your internet's not working 100.
Oh.
No.
Cool. But yeah, any of those sort of things. I usually use, I don't think I brought it, but I usually use a,
Could you even use some like texture in like putting it on, like a little crumpled up paper towel or something?
Or even just, yeah, if you got an older brush and stipple it on.
Yeah.
You could do that as well.
Yeah, stipple it on. I feel like that could also help make it look, depending, I guess, on how much patina and where.
Yeah. Yep. And where you wanted to put it.
Cool. But, like sometimes that will happen in like the crevice, like where salt can gather.
Moisture would have.
Yeah. Like in some sort of like plate like connection.
Yeah, it's kind of a. I think the bronze copper patina thing is, or like brass copper patina, the greenish, the verdigris, is. It's kind of a tough one, because if you look at real life examples, you'll see there we go. Jason says, "Yeah, I have green, yellow, and blue. My world is the 5-color challenge." Excellent. But yeah, because like normally, like rust on steel will happen where moisture settles. So it'll be down in, if we get a steel sculpture, it would be down low first, is where you get that. But with copper, I think it's the top, wherever the moisture starts first. So that'll happen. You'll get that greenish, or they get that verdigris kind of look on the tops first. So it can look a little bit.
Gotcha.
If you try to do it naturally, the brain kind of expects though to see it. As long as it has that green on the copper color, people will go, "Oh, it's verdigris," even if they don't know if it's called verdigris, but they go, "Oh, that looks right." Doesn't have to be on the top. You can still do it as a wash kind of thing rather than as a highlight. But it's kind of a funny thing. But yeah, just using a little bit of a wash is good. And yeah.
Okay.
I think I like using coal black. Take coal black and mix a little bit of white into it. Coal black from P3. A little bit of white into it forms a great kind of patina look. But yes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You would probably want just a little bit of white.
Yeah. Again, it depends on how much you want to do it.
How much you want to make it look like the metal is just dying.
Yeah, like how long has it been out in the open, or how long has it been exposed to a moisture source and oxygen? So.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. There's this. So long story short, I had visited Morocco, and there's this building that is right on the sea, and it has this huge metal door, but because it's right next to the ocean, it gets tons of salt on it. And I had never seen like such like that to metal, because normally people wouldn't put like a decorative metal door, but they did in this case.
Yeah.
And,
facing the ocean, right?
Yeah, it was really.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. It wasn't copper; it was just like other metal.
Right.
Because even brass
like,
can patina really interesting. You get that nice greens and blues and whatnot.
Yep.
It was brass, so it was definitely different than the copper. I had just not really ever seen brass like that before. I was like, wow.
Excellent. But it's all good. It's just one of those things. It's pretty easy to do, and in the case of those mimic stand-ins, they'll just break that brass look away from the wood. It'll be good. But how are the minis coming along? So we've got 15 minutes. Gretchen, are you finished?
I'm just about finished. I don't know if there's too much more I can do without overwhelming the little mini, because he's tiny.
Right.
So small.
That is tiny.
But I'm very pleased with how he came out. So I will bring him into work tomorrow and chuck him at my pal who is on green team.
Green team.
Green team, your mini has arrived.
Yes. Cool. I think I'm probably gonna have to. I'll end up having to finish this guy after the stream and send you guys send photos or put some photos up in the group.
Josh says sometimes there will also be gold on a statue, so the copper will tarnish or verdigris, but the gold stays bright.
Yep, that can happen. That's definitely always fun to see. But, don't know. It's good. It's a cool thing. I'm just working on the skin at the moment for the elf. Let me bring it up close. I started with a little bit of tan flesh, and I'm just sort of build it up from there. I think talking about the different what do you call it? different environments that the ranger can be in. I'm going with it like a light gray. It's got a little bit of a fur edging to the top of the cape there. So
okay, yeah, I see it.
Going to give it like a white fur trim there. So
I don't know if you'll be able to see my teeth. Let's see. Good. Oh, look, the light's really bad. But you can barely see. I put some gray on those teeth there.
Cool.
Yeah. I like how yours has a very like bass kind of vibe. Like
a sea bass or
yeah.
Like a fish? Yeah.
Bass the fish.
I think I think because of the lighter fins, it kind of is reminiscent of some sort of, not obviously a bass doesn't have bright green fins, but it kind of reminds you of that type of coloring with your fin and the darker body.
Yeah.
Facebook user says, I love
I had said
to work.
What's that?
Facebook user says, I love taking my minis to work and showing my customers. I don't have customers at my work. I work in a pharmaceutical manufacturing place. So I hope I don't see any customers there.
Yep.
There are a lot of nerds, though. I'll say that. But
excellent.
You attract what you put out in the world, so
it's true.
Excellent. So I guess the question would be, what job do they have that they're showing the minis to the customers?
Yeah.
They work at a game store. That seems a pretty straightforward thing. If they work in like a car dealership, different story.
That's cool.
I
right. You want to buy this
one who was just
you
like,
buy this
Camry,
but,
you like this car? It comes with a mini. Like that's a trusty person right there.
Free hatchling with every hatchback.
With every amazing.
Yes. Sorry. I apologize.
So for those of you who are joining us still at the end of the show, we are going to be taking a break for American Thanksgiving next week. And then we will be starting the first week of December. So, and hopefully by then some of the technical issues on our studio side of things will, and we'll be able to be back in studio, at least Gretchen and I, and then have Dave remote in as well. So for those who might have not realized, Dave is not in the US at the moment. He's actually across the country, world, I should say.
Yeah. Across the globe.
Across the globe, pardon me. And painting from very far away. Painting from the future.
And painting from the future, yes. It is now Friday afternoon. I'm telling you, you can all look forward to a wonderful Friday morning.
It's lovely.
I'm gonna hold to that, Dave. If I wake up tomorrow after this lunar eclipse that we're gonna be having, and I peek out the window and it's like Godzilla's out there, I'm gonna be like, Dave, he didn't warn us.
You lied.
Your final word, your like famous last words, curse you, Dave.
I probably should add the caveat, your mileage may vary. There we go. But it should be pretty good for you. I'm hoping it's going to be good for you. But yeah. I'm almost no, I've still got quite a bit of work to do on this guy, but I will definitely post up some photos when I'm done. I'm going to see if hopefully the ring light will wash out his face entirely, but there we go. The photo, the face on these models is super detailed. This is great. So Yeah.
I'm seeing that the nose is really well sculpted, and there's even more of a, like, there's more of a lip arch than just like a line, which is nice.
Yep. And the
that's cool.
The brows and the cheek, and yeah.
Really he actually has like a bump.
Yeah. Definitely cool there. So very nice. So yeah, once I get I'm gonna do the fletchings on the arrows and the little trim on the cloak there, and then it's the weapons, the boots, and the straps and that kind of thing, or the buckles and so on. So almost there, but I won't finish it during the show. So I'll finish it up after. Don't want to rush it too much. It is a lovely mini. It deserves its time. But
it does.
Good. And so which one should I paint next time? In 2 weeks' time, which one should I paint?
We have Orc and Orc Barbarian. No, we have the Barbarian, the Druid, and
the Cleric. So Barbarian, okay. Druid, or Cleric are the 3 options.
Barbarian, Druid, Cleric. My vote's for Druid, but I like Druids. I want you to paint the owl.
Yeah. Okay. My vote's for Druid.
Druid.
Like, that person looks cool.
Maybe I can go for like an autumnal look. Bit of a fall look.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Reds and oranges and
maybe a touch of green.
Yeah, just a little touch of green in there. So yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that could be fun. Or maybe do like a snowy owl or a snowy barn owl or whatever they're called.
Snowy owl.
Yeah.
Okay. Snowy owl.
I think snowy barn owl is a hybrid that hasn't been discovered yet.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So there's a barn owl, and then there's a snowy owl, but not barn owl. Unless there's just snow on top of a barn owl.
Snow on a barn owl, or an owl that is in a snowy barn.
I like this. Snowy barn.
Ow. It's all about the you put the wrong emphasis on I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Where's that from? Where's that line from?
It's from a movie.
It is from a movie. I can't remember what it is.
It's from an 80s movie that I'm not thinking of. Is it
excuse me,
Dumb and Dumber?
Oh, it could be.
I think it
might.
No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
And Kat says hi.
I have lots of cats that are trying to be on my lap at the same time. And as you can see, one is very large and is not allowing room for the other one.
Right.
There we go. Look at that. The face of a cat who wants to eat minis.
Yep.
He's like, I'm ready to eat.
The last time he was on the show, he was so small. No.
Bark. Oh, there's my dog.
There we go. Gretchen has muted herself. And her menagerie. Fantastic.
All right.
And I had to mute up too because my dog was barking. Good stuff. All right. Well, on that note,
your dog was barking.
We'll go ahead and yeah, my dog was barking because it heard Gretchen's dog, which is good stuff. On that note, we will go ahead and close out our show. Thank you to everyone who is joining. Make sure that you connected with us through our Facebook group. If you're not already, we will see you all in November, which is super exciting. All right, give me a second because this closing a little different than our other closing.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the meanwhile. Oh, back upside down.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And
yeah.
farewell from Australia. See you all in 2 weeks. Bye.
See ya. Oops.